Gentlemen, namaste, welcome. It's Anita Tadavarthy, your acupuncturist friend. Today I wanted to do a sequence that you can do for either premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction. This is a common problem around the world. I get so many questions asked on my social media regarding this. So I'm going to ask you to save this video and do it a couple times throughout the day and a couple of times throughout the week, as well as do it for a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Men report back at my clinic that after anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, they've greatly improved for premature ejaculation as well as for erectile dysfunction. So I'm offering you some of the best things that I've seen from my clinical experience. The research on yoga presented here as pelvic floor exercises, as well as for the acupressure and acupuncture, is very compelling. There's been some research that shows that pelvic floor exercises can provide a long-term solution for premature ejaculation and can also greatly improve erectile dysfunction. Why do you ask that whether it be pelvic floor exercises, yoga, and/or acupressure and acupuncture can greatly improve, if not in some cases cure, long-term premature ejaculation, as well as greatly improve erectile dysfunction? There's many different reasons why, but simply put, the acupressure and pelvic floor exercises presented here as yoga can bring blood flow to the pelvic floor and can strengthen the pelvic floor and tone the pelvic floor. And if you can greatly strengthen and tone the pelvic floor, you have more control over the ejaculatory reflex. The pelvic floor exercises also can relieve and strengthen the back, as can the acupressure and the acupuncture. And if the back is strengthened, it's going to affect and improve the pelvic floor, as well as improve the circulation of the spinal cords exiting L3 and L4, which govern ejaculation and erection. And lastly, if these acupressure points and pelvic floor exercises presented as yoga can relax the mind and relax the body. As we are more relaxed, our cortisol levels reduce, and we are greatly more have available resources such as thyroid and testosterone to help with pleasure. So I'm going to walk you through a simple meditation. Then we're going to do an acupressure point for 2 minutes. Then we're going to hold a yoga pose, the bridge pose, for about a minute, and then we're going to end with an acupressure. I want you to follow along with me at home, and more importantly, I want you to save this video, and you can do it again later today. Do it 2 to 3 times a day, every day, for a couple of weeks to a couple of months, and you'll know when you are ready to put aside this video. If this combination is not to your fancy, no problem. On our YouTube channel, we have lots of different acupressure and yoga poses. In general, I want you to pick 1 to 2 acupressure and yoga poses and do them each daily. And you can mix and match as you want. The consistency is the key to helping you get to where you want to be for premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. So with saying that, I want you to get into a quiet place. It can be anywhere in your mind. You can even be on a beach. You can use your mind to let you escape to that beach. Find a quiet place, and we're going to start off with a simple meditation. Follow along with me. I want you to put your feet firmly on the ground, and you can do this in a seated position or in a position where you're laying down. You can do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed. What I want you to imagine is that you see a ray of light, and you look up and you see that ray of light. That ray of light goes from the top of your head, sprinkles down your spine, curves to your shoulders, trickles down to your hips and your glutes, and circulates along the pelvic floor. I want you to imagine this light beaming all the way down to the pelvic floor. I'm going to ask you to imagine this for the next 30 seconds. Please follow along with me at home. Now that you are relaxed, I'm going to show you the first acupressure point that you're going to do with me for the next 2 minutes. We've done a video on specifically why this acupressure point can help with not only premature ejaculation, but also with erectile dysfunction. It's from the elbow all the way to the fingertip of the second finger, and it's at the apex of the forearm in this perpendicular position. You don't have to do it in this perpendicular position. You can do it on either hand. But what you're going to do is you're going to gently massage the top of the forearm all the way down to the fingertip. This acupressure point brings blood flow to the spinal cord as well as to the chest, abdomen, and to the genitalia, whether it be female or male. And so this acupressure point will help strengthen the areas by bringing blood flow. Follow along with me for the next 2 minutes at home. Thank you. Next, we're going to do a yoga pose commonly called as the bridge pose. I'm going to walk you through it, and then I'm going to ask you to hold it for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. Now, I don't want you to hurt yourself, so if you can only hold it for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, that's fine. Work your way up. As those muscles strengthen, you'll be able to do it longer, and correspondingly, you'll see the results for premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. So you'll want to get into a comfortable position on the floor, and then you'll want to put your feet shoulder length apart, and then you'll want to move your feet as close as you can, as comfortable as you can, towards your hips. And then you'll raise your chest as high as you can And the closer you can get it to your chin, and the most comfortable and safely you can get it to your chin, I want you to hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. This pose, you can feel the pelvic floor as you do this. And as we strengthen and tone the pelvic floor, you'll correspondingly see results for premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. Lastly, we're going to end with an acupressure point on the face. And I purposely did this one on the face at the end so that it'll relax you so you can continue about your morning, your day, or relax into sleep. It's along the midline of the body, and the midline of the body is represented by the midline of the face. So this acupressure point represents the body in many ways. It represents the spine, to strengthen the spine, to help you strengthen the front of the body. And it also brings blood flow to the chest, the abdomen, and also the pelvic floor and the genitalia. So by doing this, we are bringing more available resources to that area to help you with premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. So follow along with me at home for the next 2 minutes. Here we go.